Michelle, thank you for inviting me back to perform this analysis of Sierra's attrition trends. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nicole Bartholow from Albico Analytics. It was Albico's recommendation to purchase Sierra as the best complement to InBev's portfolio, and the reason we are here today analyzing Sierra's human capital to form a strategy for their retention. Respecting Michelle's 5-minute timeline, please hold your questions to the end, and let's get down to business. One of our draws to Sierra is their human capital. As we move forward with our merger, it's critical that we retain this talent. We'll start with a summary of their current associates, and then we'll dig into recent trends on attrition. On the whole, the data set reflected a 16.1% attrition rate, but it's not clear over what time period. As we will see in this report, there's no smoking gun for predicting individual attrition, but there are some specific risk factors that have straightforward cures. First, we'll take a quick look at the current snapshot of Sierra associates. Sierra has 1,233 active associates divided over 3 departments of research and development, sales, and HR. These departments are further distributed across 9 roles, and within these roles, associates are assigned their levels. Roles cover mostly 3 levels. We have observations for an additional 300 associates who have parted from the company. Sierra collects 3 measures of satisfaction plus work-life balance. We added these scores together into one rating that we call happiness. The box plots show the median and mean happiness score for current associates in blue is right at 11, with managers and lab techs pushing the upper quartiles to 13, higher than other roles. The median happiness for the attrition group, in yellow, is 10, but their role scores are inconsistent, with manufacturing director posting the lowest mean ratings. Turning our attention to the attrition data, it's important to look at the raw counts to assess what is costing the most money, but it's also important to look at percentages to formulate ideas about patterns and strategies or drive deeper inquiry. The left shows the population of each role and attrition counts within that role. Lab techs and sales execs make up 50% of the attrition group with 62 and 57 respectively. Improving attrition in just these 2 groups provides an opportunity to significantly improve the turnover ratio and cost. The visual on the right shows the relative percentage to uncover more systemic issues within a group, such as the high percentage of turnover among sales reps. Changing our focus to look at job levels, on the left, the attrition increases the level 1 count to look larger than level 2. In fact, in the stable population, level 2 has 20% more associates. So, level 1 with 60% of overall turnover is our focus. Looking at the relative percentage on the right, further investigation is warranted to identify how to prioritize level 2 attrition versus level 3. In terms of attrition predictors, we utilized 4 methodologies for identifying which features to use in our prediction models: logistic regression, graph and correlation analysis, and recursive feature elimination package functions. Our goal was for each to validate the findings of the other. We also used correlation plots to identify collinearity between features. Not surprisingly, all the years and age are correlated. Surprisingly, the satisfactions do not show any correlation. Also surprisingly, happiness was not correlated to attrition. Most surprisingly, these methodologies mostly did not concur on the best predictors. None of the variables had a particularly strong correlation with attrition. Overtime had the strongest correlation at 0.246, and the only correlation over 0.2. Next is marital status, years with company, job involvement, and environment satisfaction. While single indicates fewer responsibilities, in this data set it is also 100% correlated with stock option level 0. We saw distinct cutoffs for these data and created derived variables to accentuate the cutoffs. Marital status became single not single, and years with company became 1 year or more than 1 year. These improved the correlation numbers, but all of them remained in the 0.12 to 0.18 range. Because of the contradictions between the logistic regression, correlation, and graphing, we decided to employ an automated feature selection function for validation. Initially, we felt this muddied the water, but it directed us towards our best models by highlighting job level and all the measurements of years which had not shown strong correlation with attrition. K nearest neighbors predicts using people like me. The highest accuracy KNN model we found uses overtime, marital status, job level, with KNN equals 7, with 86% accuracy overall. Naive Bayes works on probabilities of features in common. Highest accuracy models we found uses overtime, job level, years at company, years in current role, years with current manager, with an 87% accuracy overall, 19 correct yes, but 31 false positives. Neither of these models does a particularly good job of prediction, but for our purposes, a model predicting more yes is generally better as long as its false positive rate is modest. For this reason, we prefer the naive Bayes predictor. For next steps, the high level 1 turnover rate should be benchmarked against other jobs of their type to quantify it in terms of hiring and training expenditure. Further investigation is needed to identify how to prioritize level 2 attrition versus level 3 attrition. Finally, investigation using other prediction models might provide a much better solution. Thank you for your time. Questions?